What's up, friends? Welcome back into Movement Parallels Life. My name is Kellen Mylad, and today I've got 15 minutes of ground movement goodness for us. We're going through 12 different patterns for 75 seconds each. Towards the end of each interval, there'll be an on-screen preview of the next movement coming up in the series. As always, I want to encourage you to use my movements to guide your movements, but above all else, listen to your body and make the modifications that feel best for you. All right, without further delay, let's get moving. We're leading off today with supine rolling reaches. Start off on your back with the soles of your feet on the floor. Roll onto one shoulder and with your free arm reach diagonally across your body, extending into the stretch that feels best for you. In addition to reaching with your arms, you can also reach with your legs. Come into a tuck position, roll to one side, and extend your top leg out away from your body while holding your shoulders to the floor. Continue on for the next 45 seconds, alternating between upper body and lower body rolling reaches. Just about 15 seconds left here before we move on to the next pattern. Next, we're on to tucked rocking. Settle in on your back, draw your knees in towards your chest, maybe holding them gently with your hands. Keep your core braced and your spine rounded to facilitate a smooth rocking action forward and back. You might rock up to a seated position and move through your spine or reach and stretch. Then use the rocking action to massage your back and connect in with the activation of your core. You can expand on the rocking movement by increasing your intensity or adding rotation. Keep on exploring rocking and rock ups for the next 40 seconds. Keep rocking, just 15 more seconds before we make the switch. Now we're going to build on this rocking pattern and turn it into a figure four rock up to a half kneeling base. Build a little bit more momentum and rock up with one leg tucked underneath the other. Whichever leg is tucked, that's the hip that you're rocking up on. You can also plant your same side hand to assist you through the transition up to a half kneeling base. At the top, make sure that you're establishing a wide and stable base. Sink down into your hips to stretch your lower body. Extend your arm into long reaches to stretch your upper body. Continue on with these figure four rock ups, alternating from side to side for the next 40 seconds. "15 seconds before our next switch. Rock up one last time and make your way into a kneeling position. Next up, we've got half kneeling glides. From low kneeling, rise up and step out to half kneeling. Glide forward to elongate your body and create the stretch. Glide back, step back, and switch sides. Alternate from side to side, stepping out at different angles to create different sensations of stretch and mobilize your hips at different angles. 45 more seconds here and you set the pace. As you step out, make sure to take a moment to find stability, feel the stretch, and breathe deeply through it. 15 seconds left with our half kneeling glides. Next up, we've got crawling. We'll flow on with a basic foot hand crawl. Make sure that your weight is evenly distributed between your hands and feet, knees hovering low to the ground, hips and head at the same level, and spine long. Maybe you start off with just a soft march of your hands or an opposite hand foot balance hold. It takes a lot of effort to hold this balanced position. Make sure that you can breathe deeply behind this effort. Challenge yourself further by extending your free arm and leg or begin crawling around your space. As you move, be mindful of your breathing and your alignment. Keep your spine long and knees low as you step with your opposite hand and foot. Coordinate your breathing with your movement. Keep playing with the foot-hand crawl pattern for 30 more seconds. Just 15 more seconds of crawling here. Maybe challenge yourself to stay present with the effort, knowing that next up we've got a lighter movement. Great work. We're going to move on to kneeling rotation reaches and deep knee bend rocking. Start in a low kneel, breathe deeply and elongate your spine. Rotate through your shoulders, plant your same side hand, and reach across your body with your free arm extending into the stretch. Then tuck your toes and set your fingertips out ahead of your knees. Begin rocking back and forth, stretching the soles of your feet and elongating your back. If you feel strong in the deep knee bend, you can try taking your hands away from the floor. Continue on for the next 45 seconds, alternating between rotation reaches and deep knee bend rocking. Fifteen more seconds here before the next switch. Next, make your way back into a strong foot-hand crawl position. Arms locked out, knees low, and spine long. We're going to flow right into pass-under transitions. From your opposite hand-foot balance, begin to rotate away from your support arm so that your free leg passes underneath your body. Allow your free hand and foot to touch the ground, completing the transition to the inverted crawl position. Then reverse the path and make your way back to foot-hand crawl. Keep on playing with the pattern for 45 more seconds, elevating your hips and linking together pass-unders. Focus on maintaining deep, relaxed breathing and full stability and control through each rotation. Final seconds here with our pass-unders. Next up, we've got side sit switches. Now sit your hips to the floor and lay your knees to the side to come into the side sit position. Use your hands to help you stabilize as you sweep your back leg forward, switch your figure four legs, and then wrap your straight leg back behind you to complete the switch. Keep your core strong and pay attention to the feeling of weight shifting from hip to hip with each switch. Gradually, you can begin to add more momentum to the switch, using your hands to push off the ground and spin on your hips. Or stay slow and linger in the side sit position, folding forward for a deep stretch. Keep flowing with the side sit for 40 more seconds. Final 15 seconds before we make our next switch. Now come back to middle, lift your knees, plant your hands, and lift your hips as we move on to inverted crawling. Keep your arms locked out, shoulder blades depressed, and neck relaxed. Begin with simple movements like circular shifting, lifting your hips, or playing around with contralateral balancing. And when you're ready, I invite you to start exploring the pattern by crawling around your space. Keep your arms actively pressing into the floor, your neck and face relaxed. Allow your legs to extend, pushing and pulling for a longer stride length. Coordinate your movements with deep, relaxed breathing. Keep exploring this crawling variation for 35 more seconds. Keep it going, just 15 more seconds before our next switch. Come back to center, sit your hips to the floor, and we'll meet back in the side sit position. We'll be building up to a no hands get up pattern. Start off by keeping your feet in contact with the floor and allowing your knees to simply swivel from side to side. For the next step, you'll go from side sit to split kneeling. Rise up onto your knees, then sit back to side sit, rotate your hips, and repeat on the other side. Next, you'll rise up from side sit to split kneel, then slide your back knee forward to come to kneeling. And from kneeling, maybe you go 1 or 2 steps further, stepping out to half kneeling, and maybe coming up to standing. Especially in the beginning, don't hesitate to use your hands in contact with the ground for additional stability and control. Keep flowing for the next 30 seconds. Last few seconds working with the side sit get-ups. Now make your way back into a foot hand crawl position, and we're going to move on to rollover transitions. This is another transition to get us to flow between foot hand and inverted crawling. But this time, instead of rotating on an opposite hand foot support, we're going to step across and roll over. From your foot hand crawl, you'll lead the movement with the reach of your leg. Step across your body, reach for the ground, and smoothly roll over. From inverted, you'll lead the movement with the reach of your arm. Reach across the body and use the intention of your reach to smoothly pull you through the rollover. Keep playing with these rollovers for the next 40 seconds, slowing down and lingering in the transition to feel the stretch. Keep working with the rollovers for 15 more seconds. Roll over one last time to your foot hand crawl, then lower down to your stomach. We're on to the last movement in today's practice, alternating prone scorpion reaches. Hold your arms at your sides at about 90-degree angles. Bend one knee and reach across your body, rolling onto your side. Press your forearm into the floor, creating the active stretch through your chest and shoulder. Breathe into the stretch for a few moments before unrolling and switching sides. Once you feel comfortable with this basic rolling action, then you can play around with the positioning of your arms to change the stretch in whatever way feels best for you. Continue on for the next 35 seconds, alternating from side to side and finding a rhythm with your breathing. Final 10 seconds. That's time, and our practice today is complete. Awesome job. I invite you to take these last few moments to breathe and check in with your body. And I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to come move with me. I make these guided practices to share with you these really healthy, playful, ground based movements. And my bigger hope is that you'll take what you learn here and keep practicing on your own as you explore your world of movement. If you enjoyed this session, please show some love by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and checking out the links in the description for more ways that we can move together. Thank you again. Stay weird, keep on flowing, and I'll see you in the next practice.